Good evening, friends, followers, channel members. How are we all today? Happy Thursday. Right. So, teething problems just to start with. What's going on with YouTube this evening? For those of you that are, I can see you guys are in the chat in YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. Is it working? I believe Twitch is fine, but yeah, I'm not quite sure what YouTube's doing this evening. Originally, when I started the stream, it told me that chat wasn't available. Oh, well, that's going to be very boring then, isn't it? YouTube seems okay. Nick also noticing there's an issue with YouTube, although Nick's just saying that everything's good now. Are we fine? Can you see everything? Pete also confirming everything's good. Oh, well, great to know. I'll try that again. Good evening, everyone. How are you all? Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are in... I was going to say Berlin. We're not in Berlin. We're flying to Berlin. We're in Stockholm, where the temperature is a balmy -3 degrees. Ouch, God, that's cold. Thankfully, it's not quite that cold yet here in Yorkshire, here in the UK, where I'm currently sat. And my office, thanks to the wonderful Microsoft Flight Simulator coding, is warming up quite nice, thanks to the GPU kicking out the heat. So good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Hey, DC, Zara, Chris Shaw, Nick, of course. J-Hog, good evening, mate. Leon's here as well. Thank you so much, Sarah2411. And of course everybody else, and a big shout out to those of you on Twitch watching as well, with Nick subbing a T1 who's subbed for 10 months. That is amazing. Your 10-month streak there, Nick, supporting us over on the purple. Thank you so much. Hey Zach, good to see you as well. DC Gert is today celebrating 24 months, also known as 2 years, of channel membership, so that is amazing. Thank you so much, DC, for your amazing 2 years of support of the channel. It really means so much to me. That you channel members are absolutely amazing, and absolutely the best way to support the channel. Thank you so much for that. Before we get going then, I know many will be wondering how the old first officer is doing. Well, in a much more positive spin, it turns out that he is reacting very well to the treatment that was provided. So we've gone from things looking very bleak very quickly to us being able to enjoy my first office for a few more weeks. It is sadly probably only going to be weeks. There's a potential that we could look at further treatment down the line, but we all know what that's like. At the end of the day, quality of life comes first, so decisions will have to be made. But we're in a much better place than we were last week. Sadly, he is still poorly, but you wouldn't know to look at him because he's still eating us out of the house and enjoying his walks. For those of you who don't know my first officer, that is my dog, George, who's been around in the family longer than all of my children, so he is very dear and special to me, and my wife. But yes, thank goodness we have got a few weeks to make sure we spoil him absolutely rotten. So, and we are doing, because, well, why not? Nick is also celebrating 32 months of channel membership. Thank you so much. That is awesome, Nick. That is... you were the original channel member. I say this all the time. You were the original first channel member, so no one could have been a member for longer, Nick. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. So Bing Maps has been thrown over wobbly as well today, hasn't it? Now, I honestly, I don't know if it's working or not. Bear in mind that we're going to be flying at night. It's probably not going to make too much difference to us this evening. Bear in mind we've got Orbex's wonderful scenery for Stockholm, and we've also got scenery for Brandenburg Airport as well. So again, it's not going to bother us too much, thankfully. And Chris Shaw, let's not forget Chris Shaw, also celebrating a 25-month captain level membership milestone. Fantastic. I love seeing all these milestones, and when I see the length of time some of you guys have supported this channel, honestly, it's so heartwarming. Thank you so much, guys. And the fact it's been so long, I get to know you personally over these months. It is wonderful. So thank you so much, guys. I hope you are all doing well. So the operational flight plan is pinned into the chat as per usual. We're going to go through that. It's a real ops flight tonight, so doing everything as realistic as is done in real world stuff like that. So let's go and have a look at let's go and have a look at that, because I've not got it on. I've not got it on just yet. Oh my word! And just as we are doing that, or rather just before we've done that, Nick. Oh my word! That is incredible, Nick. The original channel member has just blown that out of the water with 20 gifted memberships for our YouTube viewers. That is unbelievable, Nick. You should definitely change your name to Legend Nick. I mean, that is unbelievable. Thank you so much, and welcome, courtesy of Nick, to all our new channel members. What a way to start the stream tonight, guys, with these milestones, and then an incredible show of support from the mod and friend Nick Burrows. Thank you so much, Nick. Really do appreciate that. Incredible generosity as well. Thank you so much. Right, we will get onto the OFP, but that's far more important. Thank you so much, Nick. Let's bring that up. Here it is. Chris, your Dark might have something to say about that. Do you know what, though, Chris? The wonderful thing about you guys, in my book, you're all legends. You really are. Right, here we go. So, this is a real world flight. This is actually scheduled in real life to depart, I think, in about an hour. I don't know, actually. It might be departing sometime soon. I forget the time difference has changed now. Now we're on UTC time here in the UK, so it might be kicking off pretty soon. So we might be flying alongside the real thing. Not sure. But yeah, there we go. Operational flight. We've got about 12 tons of payload tonight. So we're underloaded by 5 tons. That is that's fine. Cost index of 4. That's usual. The alternate tonight is. Oh God, where's that? Where's Christian? Come on, chat, help me out. Delta Papa. I want to say Leipzig. It's not Leipzig, is it, that? No, it's somewhere in Germany. That's all I can tell you. We have got other alternates tonight. We've got Hamburg, it's in there. I think Prague's in there as well. But yeah, that one escapes me just for the moment. Cruising at flight level 380. It's a flight en route time around 1 hour and 20 minutes. Well, a very slight headwind. That's not going to slow us down too much. Oh, Robin, is it Leipzig? Oh, it is Leipzig. Oh, maybe. Not as bad as I thought. Thank you, Robin, for confirming that. So shear rate 4.8, that's fine. That'll keep the cabin crew happy. That's not going to concern them. Expecting 08 for departure, 25 right for our arrival. It could be 25 right, it could be 25 left. I'm just guessing it's going to be 25 right. So we're going to be coming in from the north, of course. A plug fuel of around 6.7 tons. We might round that up a little bit. CNR is 3.1 then. So that's all fine. I've no idea what the weather is doing, so we're going to have a look when we get there. Let's have a look. Gridmora, that's fine. Right, here we go. Let's have a look at the weather then. So, weather in Berlin. Oh, that's all right. That's fine. That's Cat 1. Leipzig is also Cat 1. Hamburg is also Cat 1, just with a low ceiling. Prague has ceiling of about 2,500 feet, 7 kilometers. So it's all Cat 1 stuff, isn't it? And all the winds there, they're all looking pretty fine as well. So happy with that. Nothing's going to stop us getting in. Let's just have a look at the forecast. Make sure that it's not going to be too bad either as the night goes on. It's the 16th today, so 2507 knots. Yeah, that's going to be fine. Yeah, weather's looking great. No reason not to be able to get in tonight. So that is our flight route. Any weather to worry about? Actually, there's not at all there. This is looking really neat, really nice. Okay, so that's fine. Quick look at the NOTAMs then. Directional signs, not bothered about that. Approach procedures, LPV minima, not bothered about that. Alright, so no NOTAMs there. And Berlin, Brandenburg, taxiway Lima 4 is closed. Don't know where that is. We'll have a look at that later. Standard instrument departures, no. Okay, so that looks pretty far. I just need to check where Lima 4 is, but probably won't affect us. But we'll check that out en route. Remind me once we're when we're there. And oh my God, Nick, what have you just done? Oh wow! Oh my God! So Nick, not only content with being an absolute legend over on YouTube, he's also just gifted 10 tier 1 subs to the community on Twitch as well. That is amazing, Nick. That is, 30 30 supports and gifts tonight. Oh, I'm lost words, Nick. Thank you so much, mate. Everyone knows you are a legend, Nick, and great to be able to call you a friend, and of course a great mod to have around as well. Thank you so much, mate. I really do appreciate that. So with the operational flight plan gone through, I think fuel wise, I reckon 8 tons, 7 tons should do us fine. 7 tons should do us fine. We'll just keep an eye on the temperature in the aircraft, because we might need to get that APU started a bit early, because otherwise it could be pretty cold on there. We'll do that once we've got on board, get that APU running. Right, let's have a look at the chart, just go through this. We don't do Stockholm too often, but it's what makes it kind of nice tonight. So our jet is parked stand 63, so that's going to be pushed back on to, well, I'm going to presume we're going to push back all the way onto uniform. I don't know if I've got a custom pushback in here, actually. That could be interesting. We're going to have to see, because we have got air traffic control knocking them out, so we'll have to make sure that they push us either in the right place, or tell air traffic control that our tug drivers are rubbish and they're going to push us back in the wrong way. The only other thing they could do is potentially push us back facing to the east, and then we'll have to sort of make this loop here. But we'll contact ATC and ask what they want us to do. After that, though, we can expect to take Alpha on the one-way system, and if we're departing, then we might as well look for full-length procedures from X-Ray 2, I think. Would make sense. Nick, thank you so much, mate. I've just read your message. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. So yeah, the departure runway 08, so we're going to go full length tonight. Let's have a look at the departure itself. We're expecting this Trossa 5 Lima departure, which has us straight out on this little left-hand loop. There is a max speed there of 205 knots, so we might pre-select that depending on what the characteristic speeds of the aircraft are. We'll check that once we're inside the aircraft. Transition altitude is 5,000 feet, MSA is 2002, and our initial climb is going to be 5,000. Okay. And yeah, we've got a Trossa VOR to use as a nav aid as well. We've also got Arlander as well, should we need it. Excellent. So I think we've got everything we need, and we'll go and get ourselves set up then in the aircraft. Let's go find our aircraft. Where are you? Well, because it's so cold outside, I've not even got to the aircraft yet. There we go. I'm staying warm inside the terminal tonight, because yeah, what was it? Was it -1? Something like that. So there we are. The beautiful terminal. Once again, this is one of those airports where they've not gone overboard on the interiors to keep frame rates nice, which is fine, because although you might think this doesn't look great inside the terminal, well, once you're in the aircraft, that looks really neat. The one thing you can't do though is, can you do this? Can we go through the? Kind of get through there. My drone skills are rubbish, so we'll just have to just levitate our way through into the aircraft. No, there we go. No, let's get in. There we are. So there we are. Let's get in our aircraft and start setting it up. So just check, obviously, what's the condition of our aircraft. Oh, it's 25 degrees in the flight deck. All the electronics giving it 16 degrees in the. Oh, that's all right. Passengers will probably have the coats on anyway, won't they? They won't need to have the APU warm them up. So let's take over from the previous flight crew then, just with the usual checks on the overhead. So all the pumps are off. That is fine. Packs are off as well. So nav logo lights, we've got those on. Well, spoilers, flaps, parking brake is on. Acupressure's up in the green. And yeah, that's fine. Let me get, before we go any further then, the current ATIS, and we can contact ATC and get our flight underway. So departure ATIS 12163.
Temperature -3, dew point -6, QNH 1019 hectopascal. This was Arlander ATIS information Foxtrot. Out.
Let's just grab the first half of that then.
This is Arlander ATIS departure information Foxtrot. Time 1850. Runway 08 in use. Arrival runway 01 left. Runway 08, surface condition code 555 issued at 2118, runway 100% wet. Met report wind 040 degrees 90 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers. Cloud overcast 2,700 feet. Temperature -3. Dew point -6. QNH 1019 hectopascal. This was...
Okay, that's everything we need. Do you know what I really loved about that? We got the runway code, which is something that you get in real life, because that's how you use, you know, when you're doing a when you're doing an arrival calculation, you know, just, your landing calculation performance, so you put in the condition of the runway, so whether it's wet, whether it's dry, whether it's, you know, well, basically it's the braking distance, the braking action of the runway. So code 555, that was great to hear, saying that the 3 5s representing the start of the runway, the middle of the runway, the end of the runway. It's easy to show you, I think, on here. Yeah, so there you go. So they've gone for the action is good. So it's not dry, then it's good. Which to me might mean we'll go with a wet runway figures for departure then, because clearly it's, well, it's not 666, it's not dry. So really nice to have that. It's not often you hear it on VATSIM, so kudos to the ATC team behind that tonight. Right, let's go with, what did I say? We're going to take 7 tons of fuel, and we'll just get that all started. So load that in. Fenix to GSX working in the background. There we are. Lovely. So that QNH then was 1019. That's set. We've got VHF2 monitoring the guard frequency. Oh, it is now. So audio control panels set up. Switching panels fine. Thrust levers. Engine master, motor selector, all that stuff fine as well. 1019 constraints on initial climb is going to be 5,000 feet. Company messages come through. Fantastic. All right. Well, let's start setting up. Do we actually have? Just having a look. I think we've got. I was looking to see if we can do pre-departure clearance today. No, we can't. No, that doesn't matter. Okay. Right, let's go through the box then. So I've got IRS 3.5 greens. That's fine. Aircraft status, engines, air cycle. That's fine. Okay. Unit request. ATC 1579, good evening, mate. Yes, 5 for 5, obviously it is wet, but good braking conditions, isn't it? It's not dry, but I think it's great that we've, as I said, that we've got that on ATC, because sadly we don't always get it, which is obviously in the real world you do. So, where's my flight plan? There we go. Right, so call sign tonight. It's an Alpine call sign. So Alpine 87 Golf Papa. They didn't want to find out when this flight was actually departing in real life. I say I don't think it's too far away. -3 degrees outside. Tropopause is 31959. Grab the winds. Hey, good evening, Elliot. Good to see you. Hey, Sean. Hey, Antrak. Good to see you guys coming in. Sorry if I missed your entrance. I hate to say, you work at Heathrow Ops? Yeah, you publish every runway inspection. And obviously, that's what I say, it's great now that that is something that is being brought in to certain areas of VATSIM in the simulator world, because it's just once again bringing that bit of realism into the virtual world. So yeah, lovely to see. IRS 39387 and 17554E. Sorry, I'm just babbling away, checking the coordinates there. Match stand 63, which they do, that's fine. Cruising at 38,000 feet with a temperature of 57. Good stuff. Right, flight plan. Departure 08. on the Trosser 5 Lima departure. At least that's the plan. Then at the other end, we're just making an educated guess. We're going to be on 25 right. And that's going to be the Ketap 25 right arrival. As for the veer on that one, quick check. Uburu, is that an option? Okay, it's not actually. Right, Ketap is there, so what we might do is if we go with no veer, let's just check out what that looks like then on the map page. So let's go through this. Oh, Ketap is there, look. Clear that discontinuity, join that up. Yeah, okay, there we go, that's fine. And that is a distance of 525 miles, and let me just check the operational flight plan, bring that back in a second, see what that is. 528 miles. Perfect. Solar Hawk, good evening to you. Hey, Dr. Magic, good evening. Right, that's fine. Radnav page. Let's quickly set that up. So we want A, R, L, and TRS. There we go. I think we'll start boarding as well now, so we'll just tell them to crack on with that. And on to our Init B page. So, I think we've got the preliminary load sheet here. So we've got a zero fuel weight of 55 point, no, let's call that 56 then. What should it be? What's the OFP got us at? 56. Okay, well in that case what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 56.1 just because we often get 100 kilograms of extra weight, so we'll be conservative. That's a zero fuel weight CFG then of 30.6. Fuel for the diversion to Leipzig if we require it. Let's call that 2.1. Cruise level above maximum flight level, that's fine. Just means we're probably going to be a bit heavy to get up to 38,000 feet right at the start of our flight this evening. So it wants 7.3. Hang on a minute. I know what I've done there. That's better. I've put the zero fuel weight the wrong way around. I'm just going to double check that now. Yeah, 56.1, 56.1. That's better. Okay, block fuel 7. I'm thinking, why does it want more fuel? And we're going to be too heavy. We weren't that heavy, so clearly I've got a red flag in my mind saying I've entered something wrong somewhere. Take away at 62.9. That's fine. It's below max takeoff weight. Sorry, below max landing weight and max takeoff weight, obviously. So that's fine as well. Okay, on to our performance then. And our takeoff CFG is going to be 29.1. Hawaiian, yeah, exactly. That's why the FO always cross-checks it. I mean, it's part of the before-start checklist, isn't it? Takeoff data has been confirmed by the guy sat next to you, in which case, that is by you guys. That's what you're here for. And now, reading back up the chat, I can see that all of you picked that out before I did. So yeah, you're on the ball with it. That's exactly how I need you to be when I do something daft like that. It's also a good way of being able to sort of error check yourself. You know, I'm putting stuff in, I'm thinking it doesn't like something, it's telling me I'm too heavy, it's telling me I need more fuel. Why is that? Well, usually because you've told the aircraft that you're far heavier than you're planning to be. So you've done something wrong, go back and check it, and that's exactly what I'd done. Right, let's do the performance. So we are runway 08, it is wet figures, flaps 1. Anti-ice will be, what was the cloud level? Overcast 2,700. Okay, let's put it on. It is -3. And it is wet as well, so there is a bit of moisture in the air. Takeoff weight is 62.9. I can hear the passengers coming on now as well. And trip is 29.1. Grab live weather. And departing full length, 2,500 feet. There we go. So, figures are 126, 140, 140, transition altitude 5,000 feet, flaps 1 and a flex of 68. Okay, SimSmart. Oh, what are we on? Runway 08. That's fine. 1108, 110, 108. Yep, they're fine. And the secondary flight plan. Standard engine out procedure, so we'll copy that. ESSA. Runway. It will be runway 08, so departure track is 068. That's interesting. What's the runway track? .070. No. Okay. Not often the runway track doesn't line up with the runway designation. Maybe that'll change in a few months' time. So we can just pop that place bearing distance 15 miles out. It should actually go in here, but a bug with the Fenix doesn't allow me to put that in just here. Which, to be fair though, flying SA 412 and overflying that point is fine, because we overfly that and then we've just created this engine out waypoint over here somewhere, so we're still out on a runway track even if we leave that in, so that's fine. After that, what are we doing? It's a right hand turn to the TEB VOR, so TEB, enter the hold. 357 right turns. And then I think they said they were using, was it 01 left for arrival back here at Stockholm?
Good evening, ma'am. How are you? I'm doing good.
So we'll pop that in, just in case we need it. Okay, no veer, no star. That's fine. Check that out. So straight out, engine out, procedure, hold at TEB, and then we've got the arrival in as well. That's fine. Alright, I think we're pretty much ready to brief. Let's just contact air traffic control, get the information we need off of them, and hopefully it matches up with everything that we've planned. No point briefing it if they're going to change it. So what frequency do we need? 126655.
Hello. Thank you.
I get the feeling this could be a busy frequency.
Taxi with Fenix 845.
Frame rates are suffering a bit as well at the minute.
What's your X-ray 2, roger? Stockholm, good evening. Osprey 131 Bravo, stand 31 with information. Foxtrot requesting high fog clearance to Manchester.
Osprey 131 Bravo, cleared Manchester, Peter 1 Lima, departure runway 08, climb 5,000 feet, squawk 5427, QNH 1019.
Wait for him to do the readback and we'll see if we can jump in.
Could you resend that clearance in text just for the departure clearance, please?
Which call? Red nose 2615, winds 050 degrees 9 knots, runway 08, clear for takeoff.
Runway 08, clear for takeoff, red nose 2615.
Arlander, good evening. Alpine 87 Golf, Papa stand 63, Type A320 requesting IFR clearance to Berlin, and we have information Foxtrot.
Alpine 87 Golf, Papa stand by for clearance.
Okay, he's
Down 5997 Papa.
on his own, bless him, controlling everything, and I believe he's been mentored as well tonight, this guy, so he's doing a very good job.
That 845, I gave you to hold short of taxiway X-ray 2, but no worries. Line up and wait, runway 08.
Apologies again, sir. Finnair 845, we are cleared to land up on way 08. Finnair 845.
Billy. Airport Gl 211, continue taxi and in sequence line up and wait runway 08.
Continue taxi, X-ray 2 and in sequence line up and right 08.
I think our pushback time was 1950? I don't know, it'll be on the operational flight plan. If we can get out of here
Option 820, contact Sweden Control 118.
by the hour, that would be good.
118405, goodbye, Austrian 820.
Please scan 597 Papa, request push and start 717 with information Golf.
Please scan 597 Papa, push and start approved.
Push and start approved, please scan 597 Papa.
Thomas, good to have you flying alongside.
Manchester, FedEx, 1 Lima departure, climb 5,000 feet, squawk 5427, 1019 in the QNH.
Sorry. Osprey 131 Bravo, readback rec report ready.
Okay, 131 Bravo.
Finnair 29 uniform, push and start approved.
Sabadeva, you can still pop out
Finnair 29
the
uniform disregarded.
the displays by pressing the right Alt key, then clicking on it.
Taxi to runway 08, Finnair 29 uniform.
Scandinavian 162, what control on that, exit to stand 8.
Might be waiting a while for this departure clearance, sadly. Luckily, I've got a cup of tea with me.
Red nose 2615, passing 2400.
That needs to cool down before I
Red
drink
nose
it.
2615, ready to contact climb flat level 180.
And flight level 180, red nose 2615.
Sapi, more than welcome. Yeah, it is the right Alt key on your keyboard, and then hover the mouse cursor over a screen, turn into a magnifying glass.
Fenix A320, stand 13, information, Foxtrot, QNH 1019, requesting clearance, Umeå.
Scandinavian 26, Stockholm approach, good evening, stand by for clearance, number 2. Finnair 845, winds 050 degrees 9 knots, runway 08, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 08, Finnair 845.
We've also got Stockholm Centre on that as well, so
Charlie Foxtrot, request
if we can get out of here pretty soon, we should have good ATC for the
Lufthansa 6
flight.
Charlie Foxtrot, push and start approved.
push and start approved, Lufthansa 6 Charlie Foxtrot.
Just got
Finnair 4 X-ray Delta in sequence.
company message come
runway
through. Is that the final load sheet, maybe? So if you wait for 61, perfect. Take for 62.9, perfect.
Alpine 71 Golf Lima, stand by for clearance number 3. Break, Alpine 87 Golf Papa, are you ready to copy?
Okay, so Alpine 87 Golf Papa, go ahead.
Alpine 87 Golf Papa, cleared to Berlin, Trosa 5 Lima, departure runway 08, climb 5,000 feet, squawk 1077.
Cleared by the Tromsø 5 Lima departure, runway 08, squawk 1077, and just confirm initial climb 5000, Alpine 87 Golf Papa.
A5 5000, QNH 1019.
And QNH 1019, thank you, Alpine 87 Golf Papa. Perfect, that is everything we
87
planned.
Golf Papa, red back correct, report ready.
Land 5
Okay, we'll get off that for now. Let's set the squawk. Quick brief, and then we'll get off. But no LMCs, everything there is fine. Great stuff. Okay, quick departure brief then. So we've spoken about the weather. We've got a wet runway for our departure, but other than that, there's nothing wrong with the flight today. Should have good weather en route. Anti-ice will be on for departure because of the cold temperature and a bit of moisture in the air. We've got nothing in the tech log for the aircraft, just the usual weather radar. No NOTAMs that affect our departure. There's a NOTAM that I will check out in cruise regarding a closed taxiway at Berlin. We'll have a look at that once we're airborne. Threats to be aware of. Biggest one for me is I don't really do Stockholm too much, so we just need to be a little bit steady. There's a little bit of a threat with the pushback as well, which we've also identified back in the briefing room earlier on, so we'll check with the controller what they want us to do, what kind of pushback we'll be able to give him. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's talk about that departure and what we're going to do. So we've spoken about that little pushback from 63. We might end up on the wrong taxiway. We'll see which way he wants us to face, though, and then we'll let him know. We might have an issue with it. Then we can expect a taxi Alpha. Is it Alpha? No, it's not Alpha, it's Yankee. It's up on Yankee, isn't it? Taxi up on Yankee. That will take us round then onto X-Ray. X-Ray 2 for a full length departure. That departure is straightforward. First turn to be to the left with noise abatement 2. The initial speed restriction there, 205. We can just leave that in managed speed. We could be a little bit more efficient and fly all this at flaps 1, pre-selecting S speed, which is 188, so we might as well do that, to be honest. Let's just go pre-select that 188. So we are going to fly in S speed throughout that first turn, and that'll get us up a little bit quicker as well. So that's fine. So yeah, autopilot on, S speed for the turn, and after that, then we can push our accelerator away, clean up on schedule, and away we go. MSA22, and yeah, the radar page is also tuned to the various waypoints there as well. So for you guys to now cross-check the box with that, confirming 084 departure. Trusser 5 Lima is in there. RadNav page, we've got Arlander, and we've got the Trusser VOR as well. Flywheel 380 is available to us at the start. We might be better with 36, just till we've burnt a bit of fuel, so we'll ask for 36 from ATC once we're in the climb. The performance figures 126, 140, 140, 188 is S speed, clean is 211, flaps 1, reflecting 68 departure, as we said, is noise abatement 2, sorry, transition altitude 5,000 feet, takeoff weight is 62.9, so and that's below max landing weight should we need to return. Second flight plan has the engine out procedure, which, quickly to brief, is straight out. It's a standard engine out procedure, so straight out on runway track, and then once we're above 1,700 feet, we can push to level off, accelerate away, clean up on schedule, and we'll head to our holding point, where we'll hold 3,000 feet, which is above MSA. Right, job done. I think everybody is on board as well. So, just one moment. Just got one more thing left to do, and we should be good to go. Let's get that APU started. Okay, give that a second. Hello.
Hi, Captain. Just to let you know that everyone's on board.
Wonderful, thank you.
No problem.
So give that APU a second, and then might as well call the ground crew over. Oh, you silly ground crew. They have just disconnected the GPU, and the APU hadn't fired up yet. I didn't tell you to do that. Right, APU's back online. For God's sakes. Oh. Right. Have you kept everything we had in? Oh, you pain. Oh, you pain. Bloody ground crew. If the APU would have just started a little bit quicker, would have been fine. Right. Now that's all in. I'm going to have to do all the blooming box again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard our flight tonight from Stockholm, Holland, down to Berlin. We should have been pushing back in a minute or two, but a slight technical issue has just delayed us ever so slightly, which will be probably about 10 minutes or so before we can get pushed back for you. We'll try and make that time once we are obviously en route, so my apologies. Meanwhile, if you can pay attention to the cabin crew as they start to prepare the aircraft for departure, then we will pop the seatbelt sign on, get yourselves sat down, and we'll get underway as soon as possible. Thank you for your patience, and we'll be in touch again very soon. Right. What are we doing? Just grab everything we need to grab again. Didn't realise that. See, it's the FSX, it's GSX to Fenix that actually does all that in the background for you. So just requesting the ground crew start to prepare for pushback doesn't disconnect the GPU. It does though if you've got FSX to GSX running, the Fenix to GSX running. So lesson learned. They're just trying to be overly helpful, which on this occasion has backfired. So having to put the rest in now. Why can't I put -3 temperature in there? There we go. Right, let's rattle through this. However, guys, this is where you play a vital importance, because if you see something wrong in my plan, then make sure you shout it out for me. Alright, it was 5 Lima and arrival 25 right. Get out 25 right, Novia. Insert. Radnav page. You know, a lander in there. TRS in there. Right, what was our zero fuel weight? It was 56.1. I'm gonna have to go back over here now. Oh, it's actually lost the received messages. Okay. Well, not to worry, because I should still have the figures here. My tablet was not affected. CFG was... I have no idea what the CFG was. It was a standard CFG, so do you know what? Sod it. 30. 2.1 tons was the alternate. 7 tons of fuel. 62.9 takeoff weight. Yep, that was fine. Secondary flight plan, copy the active, and do you know what? All I'm going to do, I'm not going to program that engine out procedure in fully. If it was non-standard, I would do. All I am going to do then is just pop in TEB. And hold. Because we actually want to get out of here tonight. There we go, that'll do. Performance figures, let's get those in again. Was it 126 140 140? Flaps 1, flex 68. Done. Okay. Final check again. Runway 08 for departure. Trust 5 Lima. Radnav page. Yep, that's set up. Progress page 360 autumn. Yep. They're fine. 126 140 140. We're going to pre-select 188 for the climb. We've already briefed all this. It's just a case of making sure now that the box fits the brief. That's fine. Sector flight plan's done. Right. Okay. Whew. Should we actually try and get out of here now? I can't be the only one that's ever happened to. APU's up and running. I think the really frustrating part about that was we hadn't forgot to turn on the EPU. The ground crew just disconnected it before it started. Typical. Right. Give that another minute and then we'll get the packs on. Got to wait a couple of minutes before we can move anyway, though, thanks to the hour alignment. Our ground crew in position, though. Boarding completed. Have a good trip. Are they in position? Have a good trip. Are they actually going to push us back? Are they there? Well, that's interesting. I don't even know if they're there or not. Oh well, if need be, I've got Pushback helper down there, so we can sort that by... we can sort that on its own. Did we put the beacon light on by any chance, Ace? No, we didn't. No, no. I haven't even requested Pushback yet. Ace, that's the trigger the Fenix GSX uses to disconnect the ground equipment. Is it? My beacon light is most certainly still off. Just another minute and then we'll get them sorted. To be fair, a custom pushback might not be a bad idea, because I'm not quite sure which way they want us to push. But we can't go anywhere until this is sorted. Anyway, whilst I'm waiting, an aircraft acceptance, that has been completed. Fuel quantity is 6,980 kilograms, and balance, yeah. Seatbelt signs are on, it is got 3 nav greens. Better recheck that actually, hadn't we? Because we don't have 3 nav greens. Oh, we do now. Yay! And bar of QNH is 1019. Fantastic. Right, let's request that pushback. Finally. 126655. And Stockholm Alpine 87 Golf Papa stand 63 is ready for push and start.
Alpine 87 Golf Papa, startup and pushback approved.
Startup and push approved. And just confirm, do you want us pushing facing east on Delta or pushing facing west?
Standby. Actually, Alpine 87 Golf Papa, hold for push now. I have an aircraft behind you.
Roger, or hold position.
Roger, we'll hold 7 Golf Lima.
Negative, that was for Alpine 87 Golf Papa.
Yeah, and Alpine 87 Golf Papa is holding. Just to alleviate any confusion.
71 Golf Lima, you can continue with your push.
Two aircraft, similar call signs. JMB Gator. Yeah, that's how the PA should go. Ladies and gentlemen, our flight will be delayed because the bloody ground crew disconnected our ground power before we wanted them to.
Scandinavian 728, standby.
Blue scan 597 Papa 4000.
Blue scan 597 Papa, ready to contact climb flight 180.
180 597 Papa.
Scandinavian 2031 right heading 330 cleared ILS, runway 01 left.
Right 320 cleared ILS, runway 01 left, Scandinavian 2031.
Confirm heading 330.
330, Scandinavian 2031.
Lufthansa 6, Charlie Foxtrot, climb flight level 180. Oh, sorry, contact Sweden 118 small 405.
Ah, so the ground control has just been kind enough to send us this. So it's 6-3.
I'm completely confused with this pushback. I don't have GSX. Any info?
Say again.
So push back to Delta, 71 Golf Lima.
I'm not actually sure how that helps, to be honest. Am I missing something on here? We're stand 6-3.
71 Golf Lima, you can hold from there and taxi from there.
No idea where that actually is meant to go. I don't want to go against the one-way system, that's the only issue.
Stockholm approach, god kväll, Scandinavian A320.
Any thoughts from you guys as PM?
Flight level, inbound Torva.
Scandinavian A330, Stockholm first, good evening, radar contact.
Scandinavian 728 for taxi.
Scandinavian 728, taxi turning point, runway right.
Taxi 09, Scandinavian 728.
Scandinavian 26, winds 050 degrees and 9 knots. Runway 08 left and departure clear for takeoff.
Runway 08 left, turn departure, clear for takeoff, Scandinavian 26.
I mean, I would have thought they would either want to
Scandinavian
push back
203,
facing to the
degrees
east,
7 knots.
or
Runway 01 left, clear to land.
pushing back almost down Uniform Bravo into Uniform.
Stockholm approach, good evening. Blue scan 528 Papa, information Golf level 150 for 110 inbound.
This is something pilots don't have to worry about, because the ground crew just do it for you.
Stockholm approach, good evening, radar contact.
Either way, there's an aircraft behind us, so we're not going anywhere at the minute.
Scandinavian 833, fly direct Lena, Lima November Alpha.
Fly direct Lena for Scandinavian 833.
Looking at 66 here and 67 though, you can see how it is one way.
Stockholm Alpine 7 Golf Lima, request taxi.
Alpine 7, 1 Golf Lima, taxi turning point, runway right.
taxi, plate number 08, start 27 Golf Lima.
Finnair 4 Alpha Whiskey, are you ready for taxi as well? Say again? Finnair 4 Alpha Whiskey, taxi to only point runway 08. Blue scan 597 Papa, contact Sweden Control 118.405. Bye bye. Ha det bra.
Sweden 118.405, bra jobbat Andreas. Yes.
Tack för köttslag. Scandinavian 26, ready to contact, climb flight level 180.
Scandinavian 26, 2,500 feet.
Scandinavian 26, ready to contact, climb flight level 180.
Climbing 180, Scandinavian 26.
Blue scan 528 Papa, descent flight level 70.
Descent flight level 70, blue scan 528 Papa.
728, ready for departure. Scandinavian 728, winds 060 degrees 8.
Okay, so I'm just chatting to the controller off screen. We're just going to do a straight push. We can do that.
08, clear for takeoff, Scandinavian 728.
And Alpine 87 Papa Golf is now ready for push and start.
Alpine 87 Golf Papa, push and start approved, and it's straight pushback from stand 6.
Push and start approved, and it's a straight pushback. Alpine 87 Golf Papa, thank you.
Scandinavian 26, free speed.
Free speed 26.
Right, before start checklist, parking brake is on, takeoff date has been confirmed, windows are closed, EFB is on flight mode, doors closed and armed, beacon light is on.
Flight level 70, Scandinavian 833.
Right, tug, where are you? There we go, noseable steering is disconnected.
Papa speed 240 knots.
Parking brake released.
240 knots, blue scan 528 Papa.
And back we go, slowly.
Scandinavian 833, speed 250 knots. Speed 250, Scandinavian.
Engine mode selected to ignition, starting engine 1. So, straight push, which I'm controlling as well, so I need to keep an eye on with that.
Scandinavian 2031, hold short of Yankee.
Hold short Yankee, Scandinavian 2031.
Scandinavian 26, contact Sweden Control 131.130. Ha det bra.
Sweden 131-130, Scandinavian 26, tack number robot.
Scandinavian 728, ready to contact, climb flight level 180.
Magic aircraft pushing us back without the tug tonight, it seems.
Scandinavian 728.
Noisy Sky says, hi mate, new to the channel, currently in ground school. I must say you're the best evening at... Thank you, No Sky, I hope you're having fun. Thanks for joining us. So just keep an eye on engine number 1, which seems to be starting okay. The legend Dark Fury is here. Good evening, Dark. How you doing, mate? Engine number 1 is available starting engine 2.
Scandinavian 833, leave Lena heading 120. Leave Lena heading 120, Scandinavian 833.
Nick, legend number 2 is here.
230 knots, blue scan 528 Papa.
Blue scan 528 Papa, descent 5,000 feet, QNH 1019.
Descend 5,000 feet, QNH 1019, blue scan 528 Papa.
How far back are we going? I might need to just hop out the flight deck. 1 second. Okay, I think that is probably going to do us. Let's stop there. Engine number 2 is also available. Right, engine number 2's happy. Tug is disconnected. So engine mode selector to normal. APU bleed can come off. APU master can come off. Anti-ice is on.
Alpine 71 Golf Lima, wind 060 degrees 8 knots, runway 08 left on departure, clear for takeoff.
Runway 08 left, 08 clear for takeoff. Stockholm Golf Lima.
Finnair for Alpha Whiskey in sequence.
And our after start checklist. Anti-ice on, ecom status is checked. Pitch trim is 29, rudder neutral. And Alpine 87 Golf Papa ready for taxi.
Alpine 87 Golf Papa, taxi at all point runway 08.
Taxi holding point runway 08, Alpine 87 Golf Papa.
Scandinavian 2031, sorry, taxi to stand 9.
Taxi stand 9.
Okay, so I guess we can just go via Delta. And Alpine 87 Golf Papa, just confirm we're okay to taxi via Delta to Yankee.
Hey, sir.
Awesome. Thank you, 87 Golf Papa.
Scandinavian 728, contact Sweden Control 118.405. Scandinavian 728, speed 250 knots. 50-50, Scandinavian 728. Scandinavian 728, contact Sweden Control 118.405. 18405, Scandinavian 728. Blue scan 58 Papa,
What do they
speed
want?
220 knots.
Speed 220 knots, please scan 58 Papa.
Hello?
Hi, Captain.
Stockholm approach, god kväll, Nordic 250, descending 11,000 feet.
Okay, thank you.
Inbound Torva.
Secured and secured as soon as you give us
Nordic
the word.
250, Stockholm approach, good
Will do.
evening, ready contact.
Right, let's get us on the right taxiway and then we'll start running some checks.
Stockholm Alpine 71 Golf Lima airborne 230 Greenwood.
Alpine 71 Golf Lima, ready contact, climb flight level 180.
Climb flight level 180, Alpine 71 Golf Lima.
Scandinavian 833, descent 5,000 feet, QNH 1019.
5,000 feet, QNH 1019, Scandinavian 833.
Right, here's
Scandinavian,
Delta.
8, stämmer.
Don't think I've ever seen this scenery before at night. It looks great, doesn't it?
Scandinavian 833, speed 220 knots.
Speed 220 knots, Scandinavian 833.
Scandinavian 833, turn left heading 090.
Right, quick brake check.
Heading 090, Scandinavian.
That's fine.
833.
Blue scan 528 Papa, turn left heading 190.
Left heading 190 degrees, blue scan 528 Papa.
And then it's our second turn here, which we'll make, and then I'll do a flight control check, we'll do the pets check, and taxi checklist, all of that stuff.
Finnair for Alpha Whiskey, winds 060 degrees 8 knots, runway 08, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 08, Finnair for Alpha Whiskey.
Alpine 71 Golf, fly direct Alabama.
Okay, I'll go full left, full right, neutral,
Flight direct Alabama.
full up,
Alpine 71 Golf Lima.
full down, neutral, rudder, full left, rudder, full right, neutral. Okay, quick pets check, so no change to our performance, full length wet figures 08. No LMCs, QNH same. Engine out procedure is standard straight out, 1,700 feet, level off, right turn to the hold in the secondary flight plan. Departure is noise abatement 2, Tromsø 5 Lima, first turn to the left.
2,500 feet.
And initial climb 5,000.
Scandinavia 833, turn left heading 030, cleared ILS approach runway 01 left.
Right, let's just slow down here, release taxi signs. So we've got a right turn coming up. Let's make sure I take the right one. We've got a master caution as well. Let's just cancel master caution.
Good evening, Scandinavian 26 Bravo, request clearance to Umeå.
Scandinavian 833, 180 knots, 160 ME.
What's that tree doing there? Pretty certain that shouldn't be there. Taxi checklist, so flight controls have been checked, flap settings config 1, FMA, climb up blue 1, FTD 5000, blue. Radar and predictive winch you're on, ECAM memo, should be takeoff, no blue. There we go. EFB is stowed.
Scan 58 Papa, turn right heading 270.
Right heading 270, please scan 58 Papa.
This is where
833, will you be able to capture the ILS?
good night lighting is essential on VATSIM and taxi signage ways. I always find these things a hell of a lot easier to read in real life than in the simulator. There's a hell of a lot of trees at this airport. Are they really there? Pretty certain some of these aren't. They're in the middle of the blooming taxiway.
Finnair 4 Alpha Whiskey, radar contact, climb flight level 180.
There's our left turn.
Arrival, hello, Scandinavian 26 Bravo, request clearance to Umeå.
Stand by.
Ben, no, this is Orbex's
Please scan 58 Papa, turn right heading 330.
Stockholm, Ireland.
500 feet, cleared ILS approach runway 01 left.
Right turn 330, descent to 2500, cleared ILS 01 left, please scan 58 Papa.
And please scan 58 Papa, maintain 180 knots or greater until 4 DME.
Oh, Nick, has there been an update?
180
I've
knots
missed
or
that
greater
then.
till 4 DME, please scan 58 Papa.
Finnair 4 Alpha Whiskey, climb flight level 180.
Landing 180, Finnair 4 Alpha Whiskey.
Alpine 71 Golf Lima, contact Sweden 118.405.
Sorry, what was the figures again for Alpine 71 Golf Lima?
Sweden control 118.405.
Camera cruises for takeoff.
118.405, thank you for the ATC Alpine 71 Golf Lima, go ahead.
Scandinavian 833 going around.
Ooh,
Scandinavian
God.
833, Roger, turn right heading 090, climb 4,000 feet.
Turn right heading 090, climb 4,000 feet, Scandinavian 833.
Alpine 87 Golf, Papa, line up weight runway 08 will be at the ready to go around.
Line up and wait, runway 08, Alpine 87 Golf Papa. Okay, approach path was clear. Let's get the lights on. We're just going to be slightly delayed in departure because of that go-around that's taking place. Nice touch.
Currently flight level 120.
Finnair 4 5 Whiskey, Stockholm approach, good evening, ready to contact, descend flight level 70.
Descend flight level 70, Finnair 4-5 Whiskey.
Nordic 250, descend flight level 70.
Descend flight level 70, Nordic 250.
I'm going to have to do the Stockholm update then, aren't I? I have to world update 15.
Continue turn heading 140, Scandinavian 833.
Finnair 4 Alpha Whiskey, contact Sweden control 118.405.
118.405, thank you for the ATC.
Right, let's wait till we're ready to go. So, lineup checklist, cabin secure, takeoff runways, full length, runway 08 is confirmed, TCAS here, packs 1 and 2 are off.
Bravo scan.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Bravo, we are getting ready for a push and start soon. We still need clearance.
First Alpine 87 Golf Papa, winds 060 degrees 8 knots, runway 08 left and departure clear for takeoff.
Clear takeoff, runway 08 left, Alpine 87 Golf Papa.
Blue scan 528
Let's go,
Papa,
take
winds
off.
060 degrees 8 knots, runway 01 left, clear to land.
50% set.
Blue scan 428 Papa.
Engine 1 critical. Stable. Set takeoff thrust, man flex SRS runway. Takeoff thrust is set. Auto thrust blue. New FMA that needs to be called out now. 100 knots.
Scandinavian 26 Bravo.
V1.
Cleared to Umeå.
Rotate.
5,000 feet. Squawk 0270 QNH 101.
Blocked. Blocked. Can you say again for scan to Bravo?
Scandinavian 26 Bravo. Cleared
Positive
Umeå.
rate, gear up.
Lima departure runway 08. Climb 5,000 feet. Squawk 0270 QNH 101.
Reference to Lima departure 32.
Nav, SRS.
Walk, target signature and 119 from Scandinavian 26 Bravo.
Scandinavian 26 Bravo. Push and start is approved as well.
Thank you.
Thrust climb.
Scandinavian 45 Charlie, Stockholm approach descending from flight level 170.
Scandinavian 45 Charlie, Stockholm approach, good evening, radar contact.
Doesn't look like we've got much cloud cover around, so I'm going to get rid of those.
Alpine 87 Golf Papa, radar contact, climb flight level 180.
Climb flight level 180 for Alpine 87 Golf Papa. So is Bing Maps still messed up then, or is it actually working? Master caution cancel. Disregard. One 180 blue. That really does look great from down here, doesn't it? All the green taxi lines. So the flight time's about 1 hour 20 minutes. It's not a long flight, plenty to keep us occupied. Got ATC as well. If you have enjoyed the last hour on the ground, then please do hit the like button. It does make a difference to the channel, so thank you everyone who's done that already. Cabin crew is released.
Blue scan 53 Papa, vacated 01 left.
Blue scan 528 Papa, taxi to stand Foxtrot 36.
Rich, self-loading cargo is the cabin.
And Foxtrot 36, blue scan 528 Papa.
Okay, so let's push manage speed. A little bit of moisture in the air there that we can just see. That's that's really nice. That looks stunning. Okay, S speed. So let's clean her up. Flap 0, spoilers disarmed. How good does that look? I don't know if my Bing Maps is working or not. I can't tell at night. Space Marine, is the Orbex update available on the marketplace? I don't know if it's in the marketplace or not, to be honest. Flaps, spoilers, gear,
Lemon 833, right,
lights.
turning 270, descend 2,500 feet.
270 and the 2500 feet, Scandinavia 830. 833, free speed. Free speed 833.
So cabin crews released, they can start with their drink service. Terry asked the mini SCU due to shipping costs to the UK. Yeah.
Senior 45 Whiskey, maintain present heading descent 5000 feet, QNH 1019er, number 2 for ILS 01 left.
Number 2 for ILS, QNH 1019er.
Lenny, I've not seen the Beyond ATC because I always fly on VATSIM, so...
Nordic 25 Sierra, leave Lena heading 125. Vector 01 left, Q number 3. Descend 5000 feet, QNH 1019.
Descend 5,000 feet, leave Lana on heading 125, QNH 1019, Nordic 250, thank you.
Okay, so 10,000
Nordic
feet.
250, if you could lower your microphone volume, I would really appreciate it. It's
Clear these
very
out.
loud.
Well, 3.6 is... Oh no, 3.8 is going to be fine now.
Yeah, lower your microphone volume.
Cost index of 0.
I will try.
Heading 190.
Copy active flight.
ILS 01.
The reason the shipping costs will be so much, I'm guessing, don't quote me on this, it will be insurance on the product.
330 and the clear ILS 01 left, Scandinavia.
It'll be if it gets lost or if it gets damaged.
Scandinavian 45 Charlie, can you say that again? You were blocked.
So they can claim back for damaged products.
Vectors 401 left, descend level 70.
Can you say heading again, Scandinavian 45 Charlie? Sorry, heading 190 and descend flight level 72 vectors 01 left, Scandinavian 45 Charlie.
Senior 45 Whiskey, left heading 185, left 185.
Left 185, Senior 45 Whiskey.
Nordic 25 Sierra, speed 210 knots. Descent 2,500 feet.
210 knots.
Is that an aircraft arrival going into the Stockholm airport? Is it Bromner?
Speed 210 knots.
If I remember rightly.
210 knots, Spinnair 45 Whiskey.
Canadian 833, speed 180 or greater until 6 miles.
180 or greater.
It might not be, it might just be in the right place. It might actually still be on the ILS for runway 01 over in Arlanda, looking at it now.
Senior 45 Whiskey, speed 180 knots, descend 2,500 feet.
Descend 2,500 and speed 180 knots, Senior 45 Whiskey.
Looks a little bouncy there, doesn't it? Paulus Mikes, thank you so much for your 1999 super chat. That is really kind. Thank you so much. Says, hello, Captain. Hope to see your arrival to be an RNAV so you can figure out what is being done on that kind of arrival. Paula, I'm really sorry. Tonight's arrival is actually an ILS approach. I'm just trying to think of a stream now where we would have done an RNAV recently.
Senior 45 Whiskey, right and heading 330.
I don't. Do you know what, Paula?
Left.
The next stream I do,
330 and 2 for the ILS.
next stream I do, I will try and make sure it's an RNAV arrival for you. But thank you so much for your very kind super chat, and I will try and make sure that it's an RNAV approach. Porto is always an RNAV. Yes, Barry is right there. So if ever you see a stream of us going to Porto, that's an RNAV approch usually. Speed on start. So we see if we can get higher.
H1019er speed, disregard. No.
Paula, quick question for you though. Have you watched an RNAV approaching the Phoenix or the fly-by-wire A320? Because the fly-by-wire A320 is very different to the Phoenix.
Senior 45 Whiskey, speed 160 knots, correction, 180 till 6 miles, and then 160 knots till 4.
180 to 8 miles and then 160 until 4 miles. Senior 45 Whiskey.
180 till 6 miles.
And Alpine 87 Golf Papa, any chance of a further climb?
45 Whiskey.
Alpine Contact Sweden Control 118.405. And I was just giving him an instruction. He needs to read it back, then we need to give him the space for that. But yeah, I see you're level.
My apologies for the step. 118.405. Thanks for the service tonight, Alpine 87 Golf Papa. Good night.
Good night. Nordic 250 left turn heading 090, speed 180.
Left heading 090.
Clearly wasn't actually listening to what was going on the frequency there.
Sierra 26 Bravo, request taxi.
Stockholm Centre, good evening, Alpine 87 Golf Papa, flight level 180 inbound, Tango Romeo Sierra.
Alpine 87 Golf Papa, good evening, Sweden Control, radar contact, climb to flight level 280.
Climb now, flight level 280, Alpine 87 Golf Papa.
From 67 Echo Golf, Sweden Control, radar contact, maintain flight level 370.
Just climb up, climb 280, blue.
92 Yankee, Unicom 122.8, good night.
122 Rescue, I wish a good night to you. Thank you for service, bye-bye.
So, Paula, right, with the, in fact, you know what, Paula, I obviously can't show you this second, but what I can do is, we will have time to talk you through it, just turn the seatbelt signs off. So this is what you would need to do. Let me just have a look at the chart for where we're landing. So if we're going to be landing, there is an RNAV approach for where we're going tonight, but it won't be in use. So what you would do is essentially, if you're in the fly-by-wire aircraft, then you have to fly it a little bit different to in the Fenix aircraft, because the fly-by-wire aircraft can't fly RNAV approaches using the final approach mode, this button here, which you usually use for ILS. The Fenix aircraft can. You just pop this on and it's very similar. But this doesn't work in the Fenix aircraft, in the fly-by-wire aircraft. So what you have to do is make sure you're at 4,000 feet. Then when you get to Uburu, you need to tell the aircraft to descend at 3 degrees, starting at Uburu. And the way you do that is you'd make sure you were in track FPA. You would then set this to -3 there, and when you were 0.3 miles from Uburu, because it takes 0.3 miles to start that descent, when you're 0.3 miles from Uburu, you would then pull this and the aircraft would then start to descend at the 3 degree glide path angle that it needs to fly at.
Change to another frequency if we missed it.
Right, what am I doing here? Let's just push the level off.
In that case, I will let you know.
Just climb off and climb. There we go. So I
Thank you. And I'll send another question.
hope that made a bit of sense.
Approved.
Thank you.
Center Lufthansa 143, flight level 320.
Ben, is there a way to program the 3 degree descent in the FMS? No, there's not.
Squawk 5365.
Talking 5365, Lufthansa 143.
So no, it's you have to do that manually. There is a tutorial on the channel in the fly-by-wire A320NX showing you how to do that. I don't know if one of the mods can find that and link it in the chat for me.
Sweden Control, good evening. Finnair 80 Delta, flight level 380 inbound Kafka.
Lee Rose, the tube board is on its way.
Good evening, Sweden Control, radar contact. Report Mach number, please.
Current Mach 0.76, Finnair 80 Delta.
Skyline 1713, maintain Mach decimal 77 or greater for spacing.
Well, it's suddenly gone very dark outside now, isn't it?
Skyline 1713 from Sweden.
Go ahead.
Skyline 1713, maintain Mach decimal 77 or greater.
Maintaining Max.
Christian, there you go. Thank you, mate. So, puller of spikes. The link that Christian has just sent you.
Delta, maintain Mach decimal 76.
Give that one a watch if you haven't already, and that should hopefully go through it for you.
Maintain Mach decimal 0.76 or less, finish 80 Delta.
Alpine 87 Golf Papa, climb to flight level 320.
Climb flight level 320, Alpine 87 Golf Papa. 320 blue.
Eurowings 1421, Unicom 122.8, good night.
Unicom Wings 141, goodbye.
Nordic 2 Echo Golf, cleared Taylor to Alpha level, runway 04 left.
Rich, afraid not. Christian, that video is 2 years old already. Really? Wow. Time does fly. Before you know it, Flight Sim 2024 will be out. So we'll get up to cruise, we'll do a fuel check, we'll check for en route weathers, then we'll start setting up the box for the arrival. So the flight time was only about 1 hour and 20 minutes for this flight tonight. So in about an hour we'll be pretty much there. Seed Anton, celebrating 10 months of channel membership, but you're going to miss the arrival. Oh, gutted. Well, thank you so much for the 10 months of support, my friend. Great to have you here tonight.
You can control Alpine 71 Golf Lima, that's 5 minutes out of the cockpit, please.
Approved.
Thank you. 71 Golf Lima.
Nordic 2 Echo Golf, request 1 Mike arrival.
Rich, when's my prediction on 2024's release?
2 Alpha level, 04 left.
August 2024.
I don't have 2 Alpha arrival in my...
When all the kids are off school.
Expect vector send us approach 04 left.
Expect ILS approach 04 left. Go.
I mean, that's when...
vectors.
That's when this...
Lufthansa, request.
This simulator was released, wasn't it?
Lufthansa 143, go ahead.
Was it August?
Level 350.
Lufthansa 143, climb to flight level 350.
Indicer on Twitch says, this route is far better than the one he's on. He's currently on Unicom over France. I wish France got a bit more ATC, because I like... There's so many different destinations in France. I'd love to do more often, but the lack of ATC there just puts me off, sadly. Captain 79, good evening.
411, contact Polaris Control, 121.550.
131.550,
yeah, and I think Microsoft...
Alpine 87 Golf Papa, climb to flight level 340.
Climb flight level 340, Alpine 87 Golf Papa. 340 blue. Yeah, I think Microsoft, you know, they're not daft. Releasing it when all the kids are bored off school is the perfect time, because if they release it... Are we reckoning it is a good one for the chat? Do you reckon Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 will be released for both PC and Xbox simultaneously? Whereas Microsoft Flight Simulator was on the PC first, wasn't it? And then Sim Update 5 is the one that released it on Xbox. And to be honest, I think that's where they're making all their money. Christian, do you remember a time when Arnav was working on the 32NX and they got rid of it? You were sure they would implement it. Was it working, Christian? Or did it only work if you had certain altitudes programmed in to the different waypoints? I honestly can't remember that. Honestly can't remember. It's never worked with the default A320, has it? Old Novice Pilot says in that case SimSmart will be on the web before 2024. That is a good point for those of you who do keep asking.
Alpine 87 Golf Papa, climb to flight level 380.
Flight level 380 Alpine 87 Golf Papa, and that is our cruising altitude tonight. 380. Yeah, there is a web version of this coming along, so you don't have to have an app. It means you'll be able to use it on your tablet, on your iPhone, on your Android phone, in your web browser, rather than just be limited to PC, which obviously makes it a bit more multifunctional. Back here, question is, are Die Hard Sims going to go to 2024 or ham back a bit just to see?
Film control, good.
Oh, I'd like to be one of those sensible people that says, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till all the bugs are worked out.
092, go climb, speeding control, radar contact, climb to flight level 370.
But you know that's not going to happen. You know I'll get it on day one. Because Barry's right, if the mods are all available straight away on 2024, then change over.
Nordic 2 Echo Golf, descend to flight level 100.
Descend flight level 100, Nordic 2 Golf.
Microsoft's profits will soar that day.
Can we leave cockpit for 5 minutes?
Approved.
Roger, enter to 137.
Flightbox, great name on Twitch. Good evening to you. Glad the videos on YouTube are helping, mate. Any questions, let me know. Great to have you in for a live stream tonight as well. Old Man Shaggy, wish they had a decent calculator for the A330. Yeah, that would be nice. It's getting hold of the data for it, that's the problem.
Lufthansa 6 Charlie Foxtrot, contact Bremen radar 124.175.
Nick, that's probably the most sensible thing to do, isn't it? Pop it on a different drive, make sure it works. Ooh, now, do you reckon? Do you think you could have one community folder then that links to both versions? So depending on which simulator you're running, you've got the same community folder for both. It was on it almost 24/7. It was ridiculous. How I'm not divorced, I have no idea. But yeah, because I'd been waiting for this and so excited for it for so long. This next level of realism.
Unicom 122.8, good night.
Unicom 122.8 for the 7 Whiskey Golf. Thank you for the service and good night, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Sweden, good evening. Red Nose 3255, flight level 340, inbound KSD.
Red Nose 3255, good evening, Sweden control, radar contact.
What's happened to the stream then, guys? Oh, is the did the stream just have a bit of an... I don't know what was going on there then. It does this occasionally, doesn't it? Seems to be taking ages to get up to our cruising altitude. What are we at? 23 minutes in? Glad that that stream's come back now anyway. Fantastic.
Condor 8401, cleared Nilug 2 Mike level, runway 01 left, descend to flight level 110.
Descent level 110.
Chris, you have no headwinds, is that the reason? No, I don't think so. It's...
Arrival for ILS 01
I mean, we're not particularly heavy. I mean, we are actually climbing up quite high as well.
Condor 8401, cleared Nilok to
A lot of flights recently we've sort of been doing 30,000 feet, 32.
Nilok to Mike arrival runway 01 left and descending level 110, Condor 8401.
Antonio Bureau 152, Unicom 122.8, good night.
Unicom 122, Antonio Bureau 152, goodbye.
If you're watching on Twitch, we've just got a slight issue with the stream. What I'm going to do is I'm quickly going to restart Streamlabs. We might have an issue with the stream, but the sim itself is fine, obviously. Seems like some people on YouTube are having issues, some are not, which is very strange. Not quite sure what's going on there. Anyway, we're nearly at the top of cruise.
Level
Finally.
250, direct Nilok, Leipzig Air 316.
Leipzig Air 316, good evening, speeding controls, new scope 5306.
Squawk 5306, Leipzig Air 316.
Condor 8401 and descent across Nilok below flight level 150.
Say again for Condor 8401.
George, you want to do a flight this evening about 1.5 hours?
Across Nilok below flight level 150.
1.5 hours flight time or 1.5 hours in total? 1.5 hours flight time. Well, you could have fun and do Gatwick to Innsbruck for that. Or maybe Gatwick to Geneva. They're pretty similar.
Good evening, runner 39 Charlie, speeding control, squawk 5356.
Squawk 5356, runner 39 Charlie.
Scandinavian 1461, requesting descent.
Michael Cruz.
1461, clear the north to Alpha level, runway 04 left, descend to flight level 250.
Descent level 250, not to Alpha arrival for 04 left, Scandinavian 1461.
Okay, so we've got a bit of time now to do our usual checks.
Scandinavian 293 with you.
Scandinavian 293, good evening, speeding control, radar contact, clear to Zealand 4 Mike level, runway 01 left, descend to flight level 120.
Zealand 4 Mike arrival to runway 04 left, descend flight level 120, Scandinavian 293.
Runway 39 Charlie, speeding control, radar contact, maintain
So,
flight level 380.
Did they fix this problem?
Good evening, Sweden Center, Lufthansa 13 Zulu, flight level 410.
Lufthansa 13 Zulu, good evening, speeding control,
No.
radar contact.
Or did they? Did they fix the weather problem?
Sweden, good evening,
With the
Bluescan
box?
28 Foxtrot, flight level 470.
Guess we'll find out in a minute.
Foxtrot, good evening, speeding control, squawk 1371, descend now, flight level 290, commence descent please.
Alright, Streamlabs is having an issue. I am going to restart Streamlabs.
Scandinavian 1461, descend to flight level 100.
Flight level 100, Scandinavian 146.
So if you're watching on Twitch, we're going to disappear for 30 seconds and then hopefully it will come back. If you are watching and it's working fine on YouTube, the stream will stop in a second and it'll come back. Okay, just give me 30 seconds to
decimal 805.
Going to 119, decimal 805, number 2, go, bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Sweden Control, good evening, Visa 9 X-ray Echo is inbound, Pocan at flight level 370.
Runner 9 X-ray Echo, good evening, Sweden Control, squawk 4462.
Right, I hope that's solved a little issue. And we're back.
Visa 9 X-ray Echo, squawk 4462.
I'm not sure if that's a Streamlabs or a YouTube thing. YouTube didn't like the stream right at the start tonight. Right, well, let me do a fuel check now that that's sorted.
Finnair Easyjet Delta, would it be possible for us to speed up again?
No, we can't get on route weather. Alright then, guys. Anyone want to provide me the weather for Copenhagen tonight?
Finnair 80 Delta.
And Hamburg, please.
I'll call you back about that.
Copenhagen and Hamburg would be great metals to have if anyone's able to sort that for us. Hello.
Hi, Captain. How are
Is there X-ray echo? Speed and control radar contact. Maintain flight level 370.
Yeah, everything's good. Thank you.
Great.
Maintain flight level 370 with minor X-ray echo.
Clearly the cabin crew aboard. Leanna.meta. Oh yes, Leanna, I know I can do that. But that's boring. I want to
Scanning 293, contact Stockholm approach.
use my
26
wonderful
655.
pilot monitoring community out there. And straight away we've got Hamburg from dark and Copenhagen from Sean. So Copenhagen is looking nice as well. Oh, it's looking a bit windy.
Copy, thank you.
That could be fun. And Hamburg is fine. Hey, Antrak. Nick, we do need to set that command up. Yeah, someone smarter than me needs to do that.
Alpine 71 Golf Lima, turn left 5 degrees to opposite traffic. Turn left 5 degrees and report new heading.
Left 5 degrees. 71 Golf Lima. Up and 71 Golf Lima, new heading 183.
Copy, thank you.
Where's my terrain radar gone? Oh well, never mind. Right, that fuel check then at Laggies.
300 Charlie, fly heading 295 to your traffic, heading 295.
We're direct to Laggies. We took 300 kilograms extra, 200 for the contingency,
heading 295 to your
half
traffic.
a ton. It's about 4.9 tons of fuel, and we've got 4.6 tons of fuel.
Alpine 71 Golf Lima, I'm very sorry. You need to descend flight level 370.
Okay, that's interesting. Hello?
Sorry for the intrusion. I was just wondering if you'd like a drink.
Finally. Yes, please. I'll have a cup of tea.
No problem. I'll get it for you now.
Been waiting for that all night. Victor, we are on VATSIM. Yes. Hey, Tuta, how you doing?
137, Unicom 122.
Finished next one exam on VATSIM. Excellent. Whereabouts?
Unicom 122.8. Thank you. Bye bye.
Condor 8401, contact Stockholm approach 126.655.
126.655. Thanks for the service. Goodbye, Condor 8.
It's very dark, isn't it, out there? There's no moon tonight, so it's incredibly dark.
Sweden Control ran at 399 Charlie, sorry for the lost connection. Lost contact, Microsoft Flight Simulator changed my frequency. I'm back.
Roger, make sure to be on this frequency, remain this frequency, please.
Tuta, oh, the exam was at Romney. Oh, well, that is a busy airport. Next month it'll be very busy. Hello?
Hi, Captain. Your drinks
Yes,
are ready.
change that setting, please.
Feel free to collect them whenever you're free.
Thank you very much.
Okay, no problem.
Oh, first officer's going to go and collect it. The German first officer is going to collect it. Oh, fantastic. I suppose we are operating with a German crew tonight.
7566, descend to flight level 360. Dinner 7566,
Oh,
descend
right.
to flight level 360.
Let's have a look at
Descend to flight level 360.
what's happening chart-wise for our approach. So
It's going to be 1461. Contact
check the coding here.
approach 119.805.
Copenhagen Control 119.805, Scandinavian 1461. Have a good night, see you.
See ya.
There we go. Barry, is it that turbulent? It is bouncing around a bit tonight, yeah.
Lufthansa 344, Unicom 122.8, good night.
Lufthansa 344, Unicom.
Lufthansa 284, contact Helsinki Control 121.3.
So let's have a look. Ketab.
Helsinki Control
403.
Have a nice evening.
1323. 33.
Have a nice evening.
Then it misses out these ones. Goes to 37.
Flight level 430 to Koska.
47, then probably a bury.
9024, good evening, Sweden Control, radar contact.
Yeah, straight to a bury.
Alpine 71 Golf Lima, save conflicting traffic, resume all navigation direct to box, climb flight level 380.
There we go.
Blue box.
Okay, that's fine.
Climb 380. Alpine.
Berlin Brandenburg VOR, so I'll get that in. 245 miles away. Platform altitude for this arrival is 4,000 feet, so let's set that up in the fixes page. 25 right. That's a 12-mile final then at 4,000 feet.
Finnair 80 Delta, now it is a speed restriction.
Eastbirds, good evening, sir. Sean, yes, I'll use an FS Realistic, that's right. DJ Arch, yes, Microsoft Flight Simulator's live weather as well.
Finnair 7566, clear tid 2 Alpha arrival, runway 04 left, descend to flight level 100.
Sorry, say again, 7566.
So,
Finnair 7566, speed and radio check.
At the latest meta, then?
Yeah, radio 5, could you say again for 7566?
Yes, in that case, please pay attention. Pay attention. Finnair 7566, cleared tid 2 Alpha arrival, runway 04 left, descend to flight level 100.
Sound landing weight going to be? Let's have a quick look.
Say the 2 Alpha arrival, descend to flight level 100.
59.4. Let's call it 60 tons then, to be conservative.
Control at low, Scandinavian 70 kilo, passing.
Flaps 3, it's a very long runway, isn't it?
105
Berlin.
Climbing 190.
Flaps 3, that's going to be fine.
Scandinavian 72 kilo, good evening, Sweden Control, radar contact, climb to flight level 250, clear direct Argad.
Climb 250 direct.
So, EDDB 25 right. There we go. Onto the performance
Alpine
page.
71 Golf Lima, contact Bremen radar 124.175.
24.725, Alpine 71 continue.
Alpine 71 Golf Lima, negative frequency 124.175.
So we've got QNH is 1010.
124.175, Alpine 71 Golf Lima, bye-bye.
Set the box up now that it's all done.
Your wings 2, Whiskey Charlie,
Temperature,
Unicom
1 degree.
122.8, good night.
Wind 2603.
122.8, good night.
Should be a smooth landing then, shouldn't it?
12 o'clock.
Transition altitude 5,000 feet. Minimums
Roger.
are
3,000 feet below your level.
354. And config 3 landing.
Just passed under me, Lufthansa 120.
Perfect. So that's set up. Alright, box is all set up. Brief that in a bit.
Sweden Control, good evening. Scandinavian 14907, flight level 364, 4380.
That's better. I just need a little bit of light in the flight deck so I can actually
Sweden Control, radar contact.
feel like I'm sat inside something.
Sweden Control, good evening. Finnair 3 Alpha Whiskey, flight level 360, inbound Koska.
Finnair 3 Alpha Whiskey, good evening. Sweden Control, radar contact.
With the radar, good evening, Scandinavian 1496, flight level 330 to RG.
Scandinavian 1496, good evening, Sweden Control, radar contact. Scan 238 Foxtrot, descent
Top of
altitude
descent
5,000 feet,
is
local
about
QNH
140 miles
1006.
then. We should be on the ground in about 40 minutes.
1006, Scan 238 Fox.
Oh, Ollie, I've just preempted your question, mate. In about 40 minutes. Not 40 minutes, forget that. That's that's when we'll be on the ground. So probably about 20 minutes is top of descent. Really is bouncing around. I've not seen it bounce around this much for a while. But it's kind of nice. Just gives you a feel that we're not flying on rails, so to speak. Which is good. Kickoff, quite busy air traffic control here. It is. It is. It always tends to be busy, doesn't it? Around Copenhagen, German airspace is usually very well staffed of an evening, and it's great. London and the UK in general used to be really, really good, particularly during, well, definitely during the pandemic years and months.
Scan 238 Foxtrot, contact
They
Copenhagen.
were always on. Not always so much now. The airports are, but not always the centres.
119.805, Scan 238 Fox.
Scan 72 Kilo, Unicom 122.8, good night.
Unicom 1228, good night, Scandinavia.
Oh, Thomas, the next vision going offline. Oh,
Eurotrans 559, Unicom 122.8, good night.
Eastbirds, nothing to say, just want to donate some money for tea. Eastbirds, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Eastbirds. Amazing stuff.
Scan 26 Bravo, god kväll, Sweden Control, radar, contact.
Thank you. Radar, hello, November 190.
See, we're in a right-hand turn at the minute.
November 190, Oscar.
Not that you could tell.
Sweden Control, radar, contact.
I think we're over
280.
Over the sea. I think that's just a couple of ships down there. Can't see.
United 7566, descent altitude 5,000 feet, local QNH 1006.
Descent to 5,000 feet, local QNH.
Ooh, there was a note time I needed to have a quick look at, wasn't there? Hang on. What was that? Not on there.
Scan 1713, descent to flight level 290 to traffic.
Lima 4. Let's have a quick look.
Scan 1713, descent to flight level 290 to traffic.
Descent level 290, Scandi 1713.
Eurotrans 5598, contact Unicom 122.8. Thank you.
Oh, that could affect us actually then. If Lima 4 is closed. Okay. Wonder if they put anything like that in the 80s.
Scan 784, good evening, Sweden Control, radar, contact.
12378 is the frequency.
Good evening, Scandinavia 784, thank you.
Approach runway can use 25 left and 25 right after vacating runway 25 left. 425 right remain on frequency. Transition level 70. Wind 240 degrees.
Sweden Control, hello. Speedbird 786 Foxtrot, 390.
Hello, Speedbird 786 Foxtrot, Sweden Control, squawk 5372, please.
Squawk 5372, 236 Foxtrot.
Okay, can't actually listen to two frequencies at the same time, it doesn't work.
Brandenburg information.
That's why you have a PM doing it. I might have to just cheat and
Speedbird 786 Foxtrot,
and download it.
Radar contact, maintain flight for 390.
390, 76 Foxtrot.
Scan 1713, clear T215, runway 04 left, descend to flight level 100.
T2 Alpha, arrival 04 left, descent level 100, Scan 1713.
Scan 1713, sorry, my mistake, it's Ernov 2 Alpha Level 04 left.
Jayhawk got to go due to descend into Austria, Innsbruck. See you later. When you say descend into Innsbruck, Jayhawk, do you mean literally, or are you going to try and land there? We've seen your landings. Well, good luck. I hope you don't become a stain on the terrain. And Eastbirds, is that twice? Oh my word, it is. Eastbirds, that is incredibly generous.
Nordic 1294.
So I do have something to say. Wonderful stream as usual. Happy about Eastbirds, thank you. I am going to try and get back a bit more regularly now.
1041.
It's been a roller coaster of a week or so.
To Stockholm.
Scanning 1041, Roger, call it back.
Right, a few more miles. We'll rattle through this brief. It's straightforward, usually going into Berlin.
Scanning 1041, start up approved. Departure on E21, wind is 220 degrees, 6 knots, temperature -14, dew point -15, QNH 1009. Clear to Stockholm Arlanda Vegas 4 Charlie departure. Flight level 150, squawk 5324.
Okay, cleared Stockholm via the Vaga 4 Charlie departure, climb flight level 150, squawk 5324, start Bruce Scandinavian 104.
Scandinavian 1041, read back correct.
KLM 384, flight level 280.
KLM 384, good evening, speeding control, radar contact, clear Nisco 1 Tango level, runway 33, and ready descent to flight level 100.
Set now flight level 100,
Kickoff, how do you manage to prepare the landing, answer air traffic control, and also answer the chat at the same time? I think one of the things with ATC...
At the same time, first KLM 384, confirm Nisco 1 Tango, runway 33.
You can predict, or you should be able to predict, what air traffic control are going to tell you to do.
Calling in.
Only when they tell you something which you're not expecting is when you need to sort of think and sort of concentrate really hard, because something's changed. Why is it changed? In terms of preparing the aircraft, that just comes with practice.
7566, contact opening approach, 119.805.
119.805. Right, 297, please.
Swing Shore, red nose, 406 left, the weather at Karuna, clearance to Stockholm, 737-800.
Red nose 4064, call you back.
I'm Scandinavian 26 Bravo, approaching flight 100.
Right, so we're about 80 miles from our top of descent. Let's do a quick...
All stations on this frequency. Speeding control is now closing. Monitor Unicom 122.8. Good night.
Okay, on to ATC.
Okay, good luck. Good luck.
Hello.
Monkey.
Bye-bye.
Someone sneaks in the word monkey on radio. Right, well, actually, that's just calm things down a bit, ready for our arrival brief. So, weather in Berlin is fine. We've got light winds, 3 knots. I can in fact just bring that on screen and show you. It's a bit easier than trying to rattle it off. Well, where have you gone? No, not that one. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there you go. That's the latest METAR. So winds 2603, cab okay. 1 degree, QNH 1010. No significant changes. So that's all pretty straightforward. We've got good weather coming in. Aircraft type, the aircraft type over the 320, but nothing's changed. Nothing else is broken. None of you guys have broken my aircraft tonight. Thank you so much. No times to be aware of. Just that taxiway Foxtrot is at Lima 4, not Foxtrot. I don't know why it's Foxtrot. Lima 4 is closed, which does affect our departure off the runway, if that's the right phraseology. Just check. It is yeah, Lima 4 is closed. Lima 4 is closed, yeah. So that, if we're on 25 though, that should be pretty easy. So don't take the first rapid exit taxiway, take the second one, which then means we'll need to sort of backtrack down here for it, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. So that's the no time, which we'll speak about in a moment. So the arrival is pretty straightforward. We're not under air traffic control at the minute, so what we're going to do is ATC, I think, are online in Berlin at the moment, so the plan will be to get flight level 80 by DB413, which is fine. So when we're at the top of descent, we'll dial in flight level 80 in the FCU to get down to that, and aim for 413 there, because I'm hoping we can get ILS vectors in. That's what they're currently giving, which means we're not going to fly the full star. Well, we might end up doing, but hopefully we're just going to get vectors straight in. So we'll get as low as possible, as early as possible, so we're not left too high. So that's going to be my plan at the top of descent. Green dot then to abide with speed constraints at Delta Bravo 413. Max speed is 220, so I'm going to guess green dot at the moment, just looking in the box as I rattle through this. What is it? Green dot is 223 at the moment, so we can probably just about get away with that. If we aim for green dot or 413, that's fine, and then we will be green dot all the way around. I would imagine we're going to get pulled in though, in which case flaps 1 for the base turn, flaps 2 as per usual, all in managed. Capture the ILS. We'll aim 4,000 feet to the platform altitude. See if we can get a nice CDA in there. That would be nice. So that's how I plan to fly the approach. The approach itself is a normal ILS approach, is a normal 3-degree approach, is a nice long runway. I think it might even be a wide runway. Is it 60 meters wide? No, it's 45. 25 left is 60 meters. 25 right is 45 meters. So that's normal as well. Normal 3-degree rapids as well. So that's all okay. We are doing a auto brake low with a flaps 3 landing, and then once we have landed, then we're going to take the second rapid exit taxiway because this one is closed, and then we'll taxi back on Delta. Victor 3, might be Victor 4, depends where they tell us to go, and April Charlie is where we'll be parking. The only other thing to quickly look at then is the go around should we need it, which is a bit complex. It's not really, because it's all built into the flight plan database, but basically the initial go around altitude is 4,000 feet. Once we are on the 297 radial out from Berlin-Brandenburg, then we can climb to 5,000 feet, and once we are 70 miles out from Brandenburg, then we can climb to flight level 80 at Ogber to start again, unless ATC tells us to do different. So yes, some altitude constraints to go with the go-around procedure should we need to do it. Other than that, I think that is everything covered and briefed. Quick fuel check. We've got just under 4 tons of fuel, got loads of fuel left, so that's fine. And I will just go through the box with you, but before I do that, just a massive thank you to Barry Martin gifting 10 Easyjet SimPilot channel memberships into the stream. Just that is amazing, Barry. Thank you so much for your incredible continued support. You supported us so much, Barry, and you continue to do so as well. Obviously not only with that, but also with your continued channel membership as well, Barry. That is incredible. Thank you so much, and that is probably the best way to support the channel, by gifting the channel membership. So thank you so much for that, Barry. Very, very generous of you. So let me go through the box with you so you can see that we're going to practice what we preach, so to speak. So runway 25 right is in the box. We've got the Ketab 25 right arrival in there, so that's all fine. We've been through the coding, we know that's okay. The fixes page has got, oh, hang on, no. The fixes page has got that runway threshold in there and a 12-mile radius around it, so we can get 4,000 feet for the glide slope. So that's in there as well. RadNav page is set to Berlin-Brandenburg in case we need to fly it in raw data mode. 109 miles away, yeah, and then performance page. QNH is in, wind is in, barrow minimums are 354. We're doing a config 3 landing, clean speed's 223, VAT is 138. We've got no major headwind tonight, so it's going to stick with that. Landing weight is about 60, well, it's about 59.5 ton. We've planned for 60, and secondary flight plan is the same as the active flight plan, so we're all done. Who's trying to break my aircraft? I don't think you can. I think I need to restock. Sorry, guys. I will restock that. Kick off now. I can breathe. Yeah, I can. We've briefed everything, and we're done. I'm not actually sure if air traffic control is online now. The tower's online at Berlin. Not sure about approach. They may have gone off now. Kick-off, that is a heck of a lot of preparation. It is, but it's kind of what's done in real life that way. It's we've now covered everything, and the main thing is as well for doing it and doing it out loud is that in real life, so the guy next to you knows what you're going to do, because that's sort of my brief to, well, you guys, you were all watching that. I've told you what approach we're going to be doing, how we're going to do it, what I'm going to do, when I'm going to do it, because now if we're on the approach and I don't do something that I said I was going to do, that's your sort of key to go, oi, you said you were going to do such and such, why aren't you doing it? And that's what it's there for, and that is exactly what crew resource management is all about as well in the real aircraft. So you've got two guys there. One guy's the pilot flying. He tells the pilot that's monitoring what he's going to do and when he's going to do it. The pilot monitoring's job is to make sure that he does it. I feel like we've been here absolutely ages, but we only pushed back an hour and 10 minutes ago. I mean, I suppose as briefs go, this one is pretty simple and straightforward. When we're briefing something like a TIVAT arrival, then well, that's good fun. Always my favourite approach, TIVAT. I love a TIVAT arrival. Back the problem is when CRM breaks down. So yeah. I mean, obviously it's got better, hasn't it, over the years, but the sad reality is it usually takes an incident to improve things. Feels like it's gone very, very quiet now, don't you think? Well, I believe they are the bright lights of Berlin ahead of us. Not long now. In fact, we're almost at top of descent. There it is. Sean, even Newcastle's lit up on VATSIM tonight. Really? There's a place we've not gone very often. Might have to give Newcastle a shout. We haven't flown to Leeds Bradford for a while either. EasyJet only do one route to Leeds Bradford, and that's from Belfast, so it's a nice short flight. But always interesting. Leeds Bradford's a very interesting airport, and I've said this before on stream that it's just an airport built in the most ridiculous of places, on top of a hill, with the runway facing in the wrong direction. Right, that's our top of descent then. So let's do as briefed. Thrust idle descent and 80 blue. Down we go. Old knobs and a pain to get to. I think I've only ever driven to Leeds Bradford Airport once. So I get the more drag error. I'm not too concerned about that, to be honest. Christopher Shaw, CRM is crew resource management. That is in layman's terms, it's how the crew interact and communicate with each other, talk to each other, keep each other abreast of what the other one's doing. Air France 442 was a prime example of crew resource management breaking down. The first officer pulling back on the side stick that whole time, never telling the other guy. And then I guess there's an argument there, and I'm going to open up a can of worms here, I know I am, but there's an argument there for having the side sticks mechanically linked. So if one guy moves it, it moves the other one, same as it does with Boeing's yokes and things. That way it's instant, you know what the other guy is doing, if he's doing it. Just increase our descent speed. Nice. Typical descent speed is 270 for a low cost index of about 4. Back here's the thing is, you worked as a chef for over 30 years. Trust me, CRM is especially. Yeah, I mean, that is that kind of environment once again, isn't it? What has amazed me chatting to my wife, who I've said is who works as within midwifery, is how, because midwifery is such a safety critical role, they have taken a lot of their sort of training and policies and things from aviation, which is brilliant when we're sat around the dinner table and chatting away about certain events. And you think, oh yeah, well you need to do this. I'm like, we do that. I'm like, well, you do that because this plane crashed 30 years ago. And it's incredible how things all link up. Red 2, anyone know why you can't seem to get the weather show up on your flight computer when you make a request for the METAR? Oh, you mean down here in the box? That is currently broken. Phoenix, I believe, are aware of it. Right, so Brandenburg Tower is on 118805, so we'll just tune to them in a little while. We can't do anything until we're on final. But right, so my plan then, looking at what we've got nothing on TCAS, so my plan is to not fly the full procedure. What we're going to do, I'm going to go into open descent in a minute, and we will look to be sort of 6,000 feet at 423, and then we're going to come straight in. We're not going to fly all this. We'll be able to get down 4,000 feet quite easily. So flight level 60, and that is at 423. Probably don't need to be that low, to be honest. But what I do need to do then is, we just go to the plan page. We're going to get rid of 437 and 447. There we go. Let's see what the profile looks like now. We need to get down. That's fine. And if it needs be, all we're going to do is when we do get to 433, we'll just fly heading 065 and extend the downwind. Ladies and gentlemen, we've started our descent towards Berlin this evening, and we should be arriving in about 15 minutes' time. If you can now remain seated, seatbelt signs will be going on shortly, and the cabin crew will start preparing the aircraft for our arrival. Thank you for flying with us, and we'll see you on the ground in a little while. So what we might need to do, we're now flying direct 433, we might just almost break off vectors ever slightly, because we're going to vector ourselves in here. Want that speed up a little bit more. And the platform altitude is 4,000 feet. Local QNH 1010 set. And the approach checklist. So bar F QNH is 1010. Seatbelt signs are on. Minimums are 354. Auto brake low. EFP stowed. Okay, so pop this in heading mode. We'll just turn away ever so slightly. And then what we can do is basically just go direct to Buru. And that should work for us. Just keep that coming round ever so slightly around 065, which is a nice perfect downwind.
Good traffic up into Golf Lima, 10 miles final.
This is KLM 8117. Can you repeat?
Village of 8.
That's the runway centre line now, extended out.
10 miles, 9 miles final, 9425 right. Village.
24 miles out.
And Berlin traffic, runway 25 right is indicated, Ryanair 11 Echo Hotel.
30 miles is about 10,000 feet, so we can work with that. Nice long final in. Start to reduce speed in a second. 250 knots. 10,000 feet, so that will work now. And as we get 10,000 feet, we'll get the landing lights on. And now we shall go direct to Uburu. Back in nav mode. If we end up being slightly high, glide slope capture from above procedure is flaps to gear down, wind the altitude up, wind the VS down, and only do that when we've got lock star activated. It's a really clear night, so we might actually be able to see that airport quite far out. Cabin crew, prepare for landing. Could you see the profile starting to come up actually now, so that's looking really nice. Eyes peeled for a runway. And VS 700. That should get us at 4,000 feet just as we're about to cross that 12-mile radius from the runway threshold, meaning a nice CDA all the way down. Do you think we're a little bit too far out to contact the tower? We're about 32 miles out. Kick-off plan a visit to Berlin after the flight? What, virtually? No, after this it'll be a walk for the first officer, a glass of wine and something on the telly, I think. Berlin traffic Alpine 87 Golf Papa is establishing for a long final runway 25 right, 24 miles out. Yeah, Dean, I've just seen air traffic control logged off, hence the Unicom call. So we're still doing 250 knots at the moment, obviously not forgotten about that, but we're still 20 miles out. There's no point slowing down and trundling along at 180 knots, flaps 1 out, etc. Particularly at the moment, we've also got 19 knot headwind, which is going to help slow us down as well. So no real rush to do that. Okay. So I am just going to go into heading mode and just knock this over a little bit just to help us get established. Right, let's slow the aircraft down then, so we'll pop that into manage mode for the speed. We've got Alt Glide Slope, Lock Blue, Cat 3 Dual, Autopilot 1 and 2. Lock Star, Alt Star coming up as well. Hey Virtual, and welcome to everyone who's just joining us. You're joining us on final, runway 25 right at Berlin. And a nice long final it is, so let's just start configuring flaps 1, speed check flaps 1. Speed 180. I'm just going to hold off flaps 2 for a moment. Glide slope star, missed approach altitude 4,000 feet is set. Virtual, you are more than welcome. Thanks for being here, live on final. Good evening, Mona. Okay, just keep an eye on that speed now. Headwind's doing its job, keeping us nice and steady. Berlin traffic Alpine 87 Golf Papa established runway 25 right, ILS 10 mile final, speed 180.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy your drink.
Elliot, what a time to grab a cup of tea. Although that sounds like a nice idea. Rhinoceros, thank you. If she's offering me some food, I'm going to slap her. Hello?
Hi, Captain. We're ready for landing. The cabin is secured.
That makes more sense. Okay, thank you.
If you let me know when you're ready to land, I'll make sure the rest of the crew are seated and ready.
We'll be on the ground in a couple of minutes, so be seated for landing, please.
Okay, no problem.
KLM 8117 is on final approach, runway 25 Lima, Berlin.
Ah, dual approach. Right, we're coming up on 2,000 feet now, so let's start getting ready. Flaps 2, speed's checked. Flaps 2. a 6 mile final. Gear down. Spoilers. Speed, flaps 3. Speed's checked. Lights set. And the landing checklist. So our cabin is secured. Go around altitude is 4,000 feet. EK memo. Landing no blue. Berlin traffic, Alpine S7 Golf Papa, 4 mile final, runway 25 right. Little bit of a wind from the right as we're coming in. It's a very slight crosswind.
KLM 44 on final approach.
KLM 44 is on final approach, but God knows where, or which runway, or which airport. Okay, autopilot disengaged, I have control. Wind now has just dropped off, become more of a headwind. So 500 stable. It's got 3 whites there.
100 above.
Accept the picture.
Minimum.
Continue.
$50, $40, $30, $20, retard.
Okay, and spoilers deployed. Reverse green decel. That was the first epic taxiway. This is the second one. Manual brakes. Right, left it is. Let's get the lights off. Berlin traffic, runway 25 right vacated. Ooh, not quite sure what that jerk was. Oh yes, I was turning while I was using the right mouse button. I wonder if that bug will get transferred over into Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Night, old novice. Should the rudder be on neutral when touching down? No. You need to hold the rudder. The nose should be facing down the runway, and if you need to put the rudder in to make that correction, then go for it. That's exactly what it's there for. The worst thing you can do is if you've used the rudder to help you align with the aligned with the runway, the worst thing you can do then is let go of the rudder, because the moment you let go of the rudder, the nose starts to point into the wind again. Right, taxiway Charlie, isn't it? Not taxiway Charlie, it's Pier Charlie, I think it is. And we can get those off, get that off, get that off. Hey Quincy. Right, gate Charlie, which one do we want? Oh, should we go for Charlie? Let's go Charlie 2. Anyway guys, welcome to Berlin. Not very busy on the ground tonight. I bet it was earlier on. If you are on your way out and you're not sticking around for the replay, then please do leave a like as you go. Do appreciate all the likes. It does help the channel. It really does. Elliot, this scenery... Oh, if Christian's here, he'll tell you who makes it. I want to say Just Sim. I don't know if it is Just Sim. But it is great scenery. It's one of Christian's favourites, this one. I don't know how many different versions of Berlin there are. Aerosoft are now doing a Oslo, aren't they? Which I thought was a very strange move, because there's already a fantastic Oslo out. There's already a fantastic freeware Oslo out as well. So to have a third option. And why is no one doing Dubrovnik? What an amazing airport Dubrovnik is, and we haven't got any scenery for it. No good scenery, anyway. Right, our stand is over here. I wonder what that was then, lighted up blue. It's the emergency services vehicle. That's awesome. That's really neat. I like that. Oh, something big coming in there. Yeah, Nick, it'll be his favourite till Frankfurt comes out. Absolutely right. What's this coming in? This looks huge. I want to see what it is now. Looks a bit nose up, whatever it is. Is it a KLM? Can't tell. Anyone want to guess what that is? I think it's KLM. KLM 777 or something like that. No idea. Nick, it could be a secret fly-by-wire A380. Ace, I was looking for a Dubrovnik today and I couldn't find one. Another aircraft on final. We could have single engine taxied in this aircraft, but oh well. Hey Dreamliner, fully agree with Dubrovnik. I know it's a great airport. You get to do some hand flying quite often there as well. Simon, was that a 737? It looked massive. Christopher Shaw, oh mate, thank you so much. Finishing our stream tonight with a £10 super chat, saying another thoroughly entertaining stream. Chris, thank you so much. Really do appreciate your generosity there, Christopher. Great to have you on board tonight as well. And job done. Let's cut engines. Well, we're not going to cut engines because we're going to do the replay, but I will put the parking brake on. Close enough. Right, let's come off VPilot, VATSIM. Thank you to anyone who flew alongside us tonight. And we'll get rid of self-loading cargo as well, because they're going to shout at me in a minute if I don't. And let's have a look at the replay. There's that emergency vehicle then, just in your top corner. This is an airport which has got lots going on around the airport itself as well. So they've modelled outside the airport perimeter. I think, I'm not sure it's this airport that's got the IKEA and the McDonald's. I'm sure, I think it is that one. You can see it as you fly. There's a retail park here, look. I think it's got like Toys R Us and stuff like that. Aaron, good evening. Hey, Dwyle. Yes, sorry mate, a little bit late for tonight's flight. Ah, yes, Nick with his new graphics card. How's that going, Nick? I bet that's heating your house nicely. That looked like a rougher landing than I remembered. What's that noise? That's a strange noise I've not heard before. Anyone care to guess what that is?
500.
What is that? Whatever noise it was being caused by FS Realistic. Oh, FS Realistic didn't like being transported through time and space either. Oh, there you go. Twilight was mice. I'm sure this airport's got an IKEA as well. Elliot sounds like an open window. That's what that A320 will have sounded like then when they were flying with the window panes missing. Did everyone hear about that? Lovely. Well guys, I hope you've enjoyed tonight's stream. It's been slightly longer than planned thanks to us incompetent ground crew over in Stockholm, Arlanda this evening. But nevertheless, it's been fun. Thank you so much everyone for joining us tonight. As always, you guys absolute legends. Thank you for being here. Our next live stream, as always, will of course be announced in due course on Discord. Massive support from you guys tonight as well. Unbelievable support. Thank you so much. It is great to be back a little bit more frequently, and I do hope that I can obviously continue this now. I will of course keep you all informed about the goings on with my amazing first officer, who is just living his best life right now as we look after him every way we can. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I look forward to seeing you all on our next flight and speaking to you on Discord as well. Amazing support. Thank you to any suggesting about the channel members as always, and I will see you all again very soon. Good night, guys.